Hello, everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Today, we are going to speak about liberals in Europe and a Democrat in USA. Now, usually, I don't like to speak about politics. It's not really my interest, but you have to. You live in this earth, and this earth is dirty. Uh, you know, I mentioned before that me as an immigrant, when I came to the state, everybody advised me to join the Liberals Party. You became a citizen and you have the right to vote, and etc. And everybody around me, from those who they are Middle Eastern like me, they joined the Democrat Party. And they explained to me why. I mean, the Democrat is the one who fight for immigrant. Isn't it obvious? So you should join them. And in the beginning, I don't know really much about USA, and I do not know about the politics of this country that much. But by time, I did not join anything. I don't like to join something I do not know what it is. I'm not stupid, just to jump inside a box. When the box is is dark and there's no light inside, I need to know first where I'm jumping. So I did not join neither party. And it took me some time, to make my decision about which party is the one can be good for me at least, or um, it have a good ideas, let us say, can benefit me and American in general. And by time I learned that Democrat Party is nothing but a betrayal to America. You see, I am an immigrant, and they claim that they defend immigrant. I find that this party is offending me as an immigrant. It's use me as an immigrant. It's fool me as an immigrant, and it make me like a toy in their hand as an immigrant. So they say to you, okay, well, you are an immigrant. We will give you citizenship very fast. We will give you a green card, even if you are not legal. Just vote for us. So they are not really doing anything good for you. They are using you at the end of the day. They don't really care for you. They want you to be their toy. I don't want to use a dirty word to say sex toy. They insert you wherever they like. And this is the truth. In the front of us, this is a CNN. And imagine in the CNN, they have no shame to speak about this judge, comparing him to the sex scandal of Clinton. But remember, the CNN and all the liberals during the sex scandal of Clinton, they did not say or mention that he is not qualified no more to be a president. And not only that, actually, they vote for him again, and they made him win the presidency for the second time. I mean, this guy is convicted sex offender, convicted of cheating, of taking false oath in the front of the court, and this is a crime by itself. You see, if you are a person who do that and you are just a normal citizen, you go to jail for 5 years, maybe at least 2 years. But when you are a Clinton, I mean, you can take a false oath and you don't go to jail. I mean, you don't, who care? But try to give false information to the FBI and see what will happen to you. 5 years in jail. If you have a good lawyer, you will stay there for 2 years. So if you are a person who is in power, and if you are a Democrat, and because they are very fair people, they were able to make this person, after all the accusation of rape, not only, by the way, story of Monica Lewinsky. I mean, this guy is a disgusting, filthy idiot, and obviously he have no shame. He was sitting in the White House, just having sex, and with who? With the employees. And one of them exposed him. Obviously, she is a she is a bad woman like him. She is no better. A woman, she sleep with a man he is married. Obviously, she is a bad woman. Don't you agree? I do not need to examine her, whoever she is. I mean, the guy is married. Whoever his wife, even if his wife is Hillary Clinton, still she is his wife. So a woman, she sleep with a man who is married, and a man who sleep with other women, and he is married, and he is a president, and he is the best example for the nation, and then this nation, stupid nation, they vote for him again and make him a president. But then we find a guy who is supposedly is going to be or he is what Trump he choose to be a judge for the Supreme Court. Suddenly this guy is not a qualified. Why? Because there is a woman. She said that 36 years ago this guy he tried to rape her. And if you see the the drama in the TV and all the madness and the stupidity, it's amazing. I mean, you see, by law, and I have degree in law, you are innocent until you to be proven guilty. It doesn't matter who you are. Even if the police see you doing the crime, you are still accused. You are not yet convicted. This is by law. You know, even if there's a million witness, by law, you are not convicted by a crime yet. You are just an accused person. This guy, they got him a woman. Obviously, she have mental illness, and I guarantee you that, you know, it's not really a secret. You can tell this woman what she did. I think she was sitting with some of her friends, and she mentioned that 30-something years ago, this guy he tried to rape her, but she thought this is going to be a Starbucks conversation. She is seeking some attention from her friends, but she did not notice that this is very serious. And then the friends start making phone calls, and the phone calls reach all the way to the Democrat, and Democrat they call the senators and congressmen, and then suddenly she became a superstar, and everybody when I talked to her, she became so important, but she never thought it's going to go that far. Actually, she didn't want to speak about this issue because obviously it's a lie. So this woman who have a mental illness, obviously, who do not remember, imagine somebody did rape somebody, don't you remember where? I mean, come on, that is a scene you will never forget for the rest of your life. You don't remember the house, you don't remember who was there, you don't remember who took you there, you don't remember who took you back from there, and why you did not call the police, and why you waited all those years, and they say to you, remember, somebody is a, you know, like a victim of sexual offense. I mean, this woman, she is a doctor, she is not an educated person. She is a doctor, she is a teacher, she is mature, she is not a kid, and she is not in the age of a child to be afraid of somebody. Why she want to wait all these years? And he was a judge. He was a judge all those years. It's not like this person he disappeared and nobody know who is he. He was a public figure for all those years. Now suddenly he is a bad person. So all those 36 years he was a good man and nobody speak against him. Suddenly women they accuse him of bad things. And obviously if you watch the drama, and until now it's running, if you watch Fox News, you will see the drama of those senators from the Republican, which is very funny and very stupid, and I find them hilarious. How they are chanting and they are repeating the same thing. This guy is not a qualified, and this guy is etc. How Billy Clinton was a qualified for you to call him president? How Hillary Clinton, the one who did took a lot of money and proven, even kings they announced that the king of Morocco announced, the government of Morocco, the Qatar, etc. There's many countries they gave her money. How she is qualified for you? And this woman, she is, it's proven, it's not an allegation against her. Deleting emails of governments is a crime by itself, because this is not your emails. You see, you are a public figure and you are an employee of government, so any email is coming to you as not personal email. It's not your email. You cannot delete those emails. This man became the scumbag for the Democrat. And you will see those funny, crazy women going in the street. I'm not insulting women, by the way. I'm talking about those crazy women going in the street, chanting. And the funny, the one who is leading the women, you know, always look for the snakes. the one who is leading the women who is against this guy is a Muslim woman. Her name is Linda Sarsour. How someone she believe in Muhammad to be a prophet, who he is a rapist, can lead such a group? I mean, isn't it stupid? This woman, she believed that Muhammad is a prophet and Muhammad is the biggest rapist in history. How come Linda Sarsour, she don't say, I am against the rapist Muhammad? Muhammad is convicted by their books. You know, I can show you the reference from their books, from the books of this woman, which she believe in and she read and teach her children from, that Muhammad was the biggest rapist in history. And this is not an allegation, this is documented, approved by the Muslims. How stupid Democrat to make those who they are in connection of anti-America organization to lead them in any movement, and why always we find in anything wrong those people are involved. You know, when Obama was going for election, the Muslims, they opened many pages in YouTube and they call one of them Muslims for Obama. I don't know how that can happen. According to Islam, Obama is an ex-Muslim. What does that mean? I will show you what does that mean. Read with me carefully. According to Islam, Obama is an enemy #1 to Muhammad, and look what Obama, according to Muhammad, his punishment according to the filthy Muhammad. So how the Muslims, they say Muslims for Obama, and why the Muslims they vote for Obama, and why all the Muslims are Democrat? You might find maybe few who they are not, because simply they are not really Muslims, they are Muslims by name. A true Muslim, he will never ever join any party which is conservative and care for the country. How the Muslims, who they are people who they are against gays and lesbian, they vote for someone he promote gay marriage? Anybody can explain to me how somebody is against abortion, he supports someone he support abortion? It doesn't make sense, right? But it does make sense. For me, it does make sense. You see, to make you understand, once they arrested a Saudi prince, he was selling drugs. They told him, isn't it drugs haram, forbidden in Islam? He said, I don't sell it to Muslims. I don't sell it to Muslims. Did you get the idea now? It is not allowed, yes, but I'm not selling drugs to Muslims. So non-Muslim die, it's okay. So abortion is forbidden in Islam, but because Obama will kill the babies of the infidels, it's okay. I mean, we vote for him. It took them a lot of money, a lot of time to train 19 hijackers to kill 3,000. Obama, why? By one signature, he killed millions. Do you see how fast and how easy it is? Gay and lesbian for the Muslims is a great opportunity. Why? Because this is not have nothing to do with them. If you became a gay and you became a lesbian, that will reduce the population of America, and at the end of the day, America will go bankrupt. You see, when I was doing my master degree, I made a special kind of study, and I said why I oppose the idea of and how dangerous it is to have a population or a big population of gay and lesbian, because that will threat the economy. You see, forget about you being a religious, no problem. You don't want to be religious, be an atheist, okay. But you see, a nation does not have a children's, it's a dead nation. As an example, Ukraine used to be 50 million. Now Ukraine is 40 million. In 20 years from now, Ukraine will be 25 million. Because the stupid Ukrainians are not having children. Not because they are gays and lesbian. But imagine if the nation switched to be gays and lesbian. Where you get the children from? And the one who pay for your retirement is a child today who is going to be a man or a woman tomorrow. So it is a very simple, way to destroy a nation. They will destroy themselves because the nation will die, will demolished. There's no children, no future, no tomorrow. That's it. So why the Muslims always support the Democrat? Because simply Democrat, they bring destruction to America. Who in the world agree with open borders unless he is a person who hate America? I mean, what the point of this open borders? I mean, what is that? I never saw a country believe in such a garbage. If I go right now to Mexico and I stay one day, the Mexican police will arrest me and will shut me out. That's true. That's the fact. And they are right. I mean, this is their country, and you have no right to stay. I cannot blame them for sending me out. So why in America they want to have open borders? Because they don't care. You see, the Muslims, they use the Democrat they use the Muslims. To make it simple, they are in bed together for a reason. It's a friend with benefit. Democrat, they don't care for the future of America. They care to take over today. What will happen tomorrow? Who care? They promise you, as an example, health insurance, and then you find yourself you don't have health insurance. You have been forced to buy it, and it's very expensive, and it's going to destroy your income. But yet they promised you, they tell you, we give you health insurance, but where is the health insurance? They sign agreement with countries which is going destroying the economy, and people go bankruptcy, and who care? All what they want to do is to open the borders for George Soros, so he can have his empire all the way from Australia all the way to USA. This is what all those agreement is about. It's about one person who own the world. Big corporations, most of them owned by George Soros, and he is the one who decide who is going to be a president, who is going to be a prime minister. As an example, George Soros, he imagine the president of Hungary to be taken off. I mean, who is George Soros? How you can do that? He can. His money, he own France, he own England, he own Germany, he own half of USA, or if not maybe 60-70% of USA. This guy is the real beast. All those movements, those women, they fly to Washington DC. I mean, okay, you see, where is the money is coming from? When Trump he won the election, overnight tens of thousands they were able to fly to Washington DC from everywhere. They reserve every even bus in the city, in the cities around, in the province around. Who paid for it? And why? Every homeless who have no job, they give him a hotel $100 a day. Who is paying for that? Obviously, we know who is paying for that. But again, we go back to zero. Why always those who want to harm your country, they are in total agreement with the liberals or what is called Aka Democrat in USA. I never saw a Muslim terrorist, and I'm talking about terrorists like Al-Qaeda as an example, is really angry from Democrat. They are not angry from Democrats. They are angry from the Republican. And I cannot even say all the Republican, because there is some of the Republican, they are Democrat at the end of the day, like John McCain. He's a scumbag. And I say scumbag because this guy he betrayed always USA. I used to think he is a good guy, but I noticed more and more that he is really a very bad person. This guy, he went all the way to Syria, and even he took selfie with the terrorists of Syria, who they are killing Christians in Syria. You know, if I am a Muslim and my religion is against abortion, and then I support those who do approve abortion, how I can explain that? How I can support the one who left Islam and vote for him like Obama, when Islam is very clear about such a person, that he is the enemy of Allah, and the punishment as you see in front of you in the screen. How I am a Muslim and I take Democrat as a friends, when the Quran say clearly that the one who take them as a friends, which mean the most those who don't believe in Allah, he is one of them, and he is a kafir, he is an apostate. How that can happen? It can happen because Muslims are allowed to take you as a friend as long they don't mean it, for the benefit of the agenda they have. All those verses in front of us is warning the Muslims they cannot ever take non-Muslims as a friends. The duty of every Muslim who believe in Islam. Now I don't want to talk about this garbage. Some people, they say to me, well, not all Muslims believe in this, and so why you call them Muslims then? If you don't believe in this, he's not a Muslim. I'm talking about those who believe in this. A Muslim, he don't believe in what is written in the Quran, he is no Muslim, unless he is lying to you, playing, you know, taqiyya, saying I'm a Muslim, but I don't, you know, this is a misinterpretation. This is not misinterpretation. We can show you the interpretation of the Muslims, the Muslim themselves, not a guy in the internet. His name is Potato Tomato. Scholars. You cannot take them as a friend. They wish to take you as a friend and reject your faith, but take them not as a friends from their ranks until they flee in the way of Allah, which means they join Muhammad and do jihad and kill everybody from the neighbors. But if they turn, those people who don't want to join you to be a Muslim, seize them and slay them whenever you find them. That is Islam. So why the Democrat and the Muslims are so close to each other? Why every Muslim leader in the Middle East was praying to Allah that Hillary Clinton she win? You know, when Trump he won, it was a disaster for Muslim leaders around the world, because Hillary Clinton she is in their payroll already. They don't need to discuss that. I mean, she is already in their pocket. Her husband, he get paid $60,000 for every wedding party he attend. I mean, this is how cheap he is. Imagine you are president, you have a salary until you die, you have security guards, you have millions of dollars in your banks, God knows how much, and then you are very cheap to the point somebody can send you a check of $60,000 and you came like a puppy and you praise that person in his wedding party, saying a great words about him in 5 minutes, and this is exactly the price of the letter you will read, which is 60,000. You can go right now and search that Obama he received donations in about $500,000 to take selfie with him by some businessmen in Asia and other countries. $500,000 to take selfie with him, so they can put it in their office and they say, I have connection and the president of USA is my friend. If you are a person who love your flag, they accuse you to be a fascist, and they accuse you to be a Nazi, and they accuse you to be a hater. And if you are a Muslim, who don't believe in a flag, any flag except the flag of ISIS, because this is the flag of Islam, no liberal will speak against you. You see, when the liberals they choose such a woman to lead them in the march, did they tell us exactly what their march is about? I mean, who in the world can believe that this is a woman can be the best example to teach us what to march for? A woman, she believe in a book in chapter 4 verse number 34 that the man he can beat his wife. How come she don't march against this? You see the Quran chapter 4 verse number 34, if you change the translation, you will see always the translation is vary between some translator to different translator, because always they lie when they translate. You see here, they says, and beat them lightly. Beat them lightly. I mean, how lightly that is, and why you adding the word lightly between two brackets? Is it in the Quran? Where in the Quran it says lightly? A woman, she is being punished, and you are telling me beat her lightly? So Linda Sarsour, the one who is teaching the Democrat the morality, wearing the hijab of Islam, to tell us I am a Muslim. She believe that the husband he can beat his wife in order to make her obedience. Is that right? And this guy, who is a judge for 30 years, he never did beat his wife. He never did wrong to his wife. You see, when somebody is a rapist, he will not stop there. You know what I mean? A person who is a rapist, he is a cheater, he is etc. He will not stop. You cannot make the tail of a dog straight. In the Middle East, we say if you put the tail of a dog in a frame for 1,000 years to make it straight, is the second you take it off, which means the frame, the tail will bend again. So if this person was a rapist, then he should be a rapist. Not only one, and nobody heard of it, and nobody, no witnesses, and even she don't remember where the place, she don't remember what the house, she don't remember who was there, and all the names she gave, they said we don't even know what she's talking about. So Linda Sarsour, she is going to lead me as an American to teach me the good manner. When she believe in a book, it says that the man, because he is spending money on the women, and because Allah he made one of them excel the other, you see the man is excel on the women, and because they spend their money and their property on the women, as if a woman they are prostitute and hookers. Yeah, this is what the Islam believe. Islam believe a woman is the same as a hooker, because you spend money on her, so you have the right to beat her. I mean, this is logical. So a woman like this who believe in such a garbage book like this, like that, she is going to teach your women in America, in California, in Chicago, in New York, those women who claim to be liberal. I mean, how in the world such a woman can teach you manner? I don't know how many liberal women is listening to me right now, and if you are liberals, I feel sorry for you, because you've been fooled, you've been misled. This party is a sick party, seriously sick. I am an immigrant, and thanks God I did not join the Democrat Party. Thanks God. This party, the leaders of this party, they care for nothing except how to win the election. And you know what? This judge is against abortion. I mean, is killing baby is something part of our value? So look, let's explain how what the abortion is about. I want to go and have sex with every woman in my way, and then when the woman she get pregnant, we send her to the hospital and then we kill the baby. I mean, how you say that you defend the human right and you etc. All the speeches you make, and then you kill babies. I mean, who gave you the right to take the life of the baby? You don't want the baby, somebody will take the baby. Nobody forcing you. But you cannot kill the baby. Who gave you the right to take a life of a human being? Those liberals, they claim that they stand for the right of dogs and cats, and every one of them she have 10 cats, but yet they have no problem to kill babies. I mean, what's wrong with you? Somebody saying a Christian should not support or join any political party. That's false, my friend, and that's not smart. Actually, because of people like you, the Democrats are taking over for many years. Because when you say to the Christians, don't take a party, then you are telling them you will have no voice and you are no one. So then they start taking the crosses down from the churches. They start forcing children not to be taught the Bible. They start forcing us that we will become gay and lesbian because just your majesty decide that Christians should not join parties. Thank you very much. We should join parties and we should be involved heavily. People who don't speak, they have no voice, and nobody will hear you and nobody will remember you. If you as a Christian, you see, those who work in politics, this is how the game work. If you prove that you are there as a power of vote, then they do what you wish. If you are no one, you are not exist, you don't vote, okay, why you want to listen to you? We listen to those who vote. Is that correct, guys? Do we understand why we have to be involved? All the churches who teach that we should not be involved in voting as a power of vote, they are teaching you false teaching. Jesus, he said, give what to Caesar and what to God. Correct? But doesn't mean that Caesar can be a rapist, and doesn't mean that Caesar is allowed to kill babies, and doesn't mean that he can do whatever he wants and just we agree. You see, do you remember the story, guys, of John the Baptist? Who remember the story of John the Baptist? Many Christians, they give you verses from Bible saying to you that those who they are leaders are chosen by God. This is not really too much accurate, you know. I believe strongly that everything happening around us, you know, is under the control of God. But those people are not elected by God. And we are being ordered to not to make a chaos and bloodshed just to go against a king. However, we've never been ordered to go silence if he is wrong. As an example, John the Baptist. John the Baptist, he lost his life for what reason? Anyone remember? Anyone remember? Why he lost his life? Who remember why? Because he spoke against the ruler, the king. He's a king, right? And he spoke against what? You cannot marry this woman. That's it. See, give what to Caesar, yes. But it's not to Caesar to do whatever he wish against God teaching. That what is a Christianity is about, my friend. So they fool you, during the time when the church is controlling the crowd, and the church became an organization of dirt and politics like Muhammad. Then the crowd, they have been ordered to obey the king, because if you disobey the king, then you are disobeying God. That's what they want you to be. That's false. And when you say you should not join party, but you can be involved in politics, that again is not accurate, because if you want somebody to present you, who is better to present you than somebody is a Christian? And if nobody Christian is involved in a party, then how we can find somebody present us in the White House? I mean, use your brain, my friend. What do you want us to vote for? Somebody is an atheist because he is going to speak for our values. So we as a Christian, we cannot involve in parties, but we should vote. Okay, vote for who? If no Christian are there, we will vote for a Muslim, an atheist. I don't know why people don't want to use their brain. The problem is that we've been taught always wrongly many things. As an example, we as a Christians, we are, Jesus said, if somebody slam your face, the right cheek, give him the other one. How many of you heard this verse in the Bible, right? You heard this verse, right? Okay. Have you ever heard any priest speaking that Jesus said to his go and buy a sword? Anyone heard a priest talking about it? They repeat one sentence. Jesus said, do this, okay, we are people who love peace and we are peaceful, etc., etc. Okay, that's wonderful. But nobody read for us the verse where it says Jesus go and buy a sword. Actually, there's many Christians, they never heard of it. If there is any Christian, he never heard of this verse in the Bible before. They don't want to tell you about it. So they tell you that if you are a Christian, you are not allowed to carry weapon. Christian, they should not carry weapon, my friend. Who said that? Who said that? What's wrong with people? I will tell you this story, which is very funny and happened to me personally. We used to go and do hiking, like a group, Christian groups, and for sure at that time I was, I remember like maybe 23, 24, something like this, in the 20s. And I always carry a gun with me. Always. All my friends who they are Christians, they are disgusted because I carry my guns with me. And they say to me, why you carry a gun? I mean, and they look at me down, I mean, like they don't talk to you to discuss with you why you carry it. They look at you down like, why you carry a gun? I mean, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? So one day we are doing hiking, going in the mountains, and suddenly it was, like the rain started, and suddenly we start hearing the wolves getting so close, and they are shouting. All those who hate guns, suddenly they are holding me from every arm. They like if you have a glue, suddenly all of them, they are in the top of me, and they, is your gun with you? Is your gun with you? I said, what's wrong with you? I thought gun is bad. Suddenly my gun became the most priceless thing. They used to humiliate me every day for having a gun with me. Now, in the time of danger, I was the best in the group. and everybody is sitting close to me, and they said to me, please make your gun ready. And then I told them, by the way, I have only one bullet. They said, what? One bullet only? What? For sure, I was joking with them. Just I'm playing them, you know. I mean, look how ignorant. They were humiliating me for long time. Make fun of me for carrying my gun. Each time we go, why you have a gun with you? When we are going in the wood, we are going in the mountain, you never know. So why I will not carry my gun with me? They laugh at it, and this guy, like, maybe he like to show off, maybe etc. You know, and actually I'm not even showing it, but you know, you cannot hide it. You are hiking. So they spend the night literally attached to my body. I mean, they are fighting who is going to get closer, because there's many wolves around, and we, you know, we found like a graveyard to sleep in. We could not find a place even to stay in from the rain. So there was an empty graveyard. You know, they have like rooms for graves. You know, it was a nice place actually, not bad. But anyway, the wolves are over, and they are scared to death. And now the gun is very useful. So some Christian, they teach you that you as a Christian, you should not bear arm. That is extremely false. Jesus taught that the one who take by the sword will be taken. That is justice. But he didn't say take a sword with you. He said that actually, and he ordered them even to say, and go and sell your garment and buy. Sell your clothes and buy one. And when they said to him, we have etc. sword, they said this is enough, which means it's enough to protect yourself. He's not preparing an army to harm anyone. But you travel between cities, you go between towns, and there is a pirate, there's thieves, there's criminals, there's killers. So you should be ready for what is coming. But in churches, they quote for you every verse except this verse. Why? Because this verse been ignored for centuries by the churches, because kings didn't want you to have a sword. If the Christians have swords and they can protect themselves, and they can question the king for his false behavior, then the Christians became dangerous for this king or this authority, or even to the church. So through centuries they taught the Christians to be like, you know, no one. I mean, you have no voice to vote, you have no voice in politics. The priest, he is the one who decide, or let us say at that time the Pope or etc. All the corrupt ones are there, and they are the one who decide for you who is going to be there. I mean, who are you? You are not allowed, even in certain time, even the Bible is not allowed for the crowd to have in their hand, which means Christians, imagine, cannot even read the Bible because they don't want you to know. So my friend, we as a Christians, we have a duty to stand for our rights, and the rights of our children, and the rights of the one is not born yet, like the ones they are killing them by what it's called abortion. If you witness a crime and you don't do anything about it, your best, you are part of it. What do you think of a Christian guy? He walk in the street and he see a woman being raped. What he should do? Okay, we are not we should not, we are peaceful, we should not hurt people, etc. But what I should do if I see a woman being raped? What do you think, guys? What we should do? You as a Christian man walking in a street, let us say late at night, and you found a guy trying to rape a woman, what you will do? You will stand next to him and I will say, I pray to Jesus that you will stop raping her. Is that what you will do? Is that what they taught you in your church? Or you will stop him even if you have to use violence? If you do nothing, you are a hypocrite and you are a false Christian. If you stand praying to Jesus to save the women, obviously you are a stupid idiot. We should fight evil, and we have a duty to fight and stand against evil. There is somebody saying you guys are funny. I don't know why he is saying that. For sure we are funny. You should see if you stand next to me and you look at the mirror and you will see my face and your face next to my face, for sure you will laugh. Why we are funny? You know, in life you see there's people who don't deserve to be with God, and there's people who deserve to be with God. As an example, you go, let us say you are in a store, huh? And then a criminal, he get in and he have a gun in his hand and he starts shooting people and you are just behind him, but because you are peaceful, you don't want to do anything. No, you do anything, because if you don't do anything, you have opportunity, you are behind him, you can take the gun from him. If you are a person who is not willing to do that, you are a partner of the crime. He will shoot more people. A Christian person who watch a crime and do nothing about it, he is no Christian. If I see a Muslim woman and somebody trying to rape her, I will defend the Muslim women. Not because she is a Muslim or not, because she's a human being. Because this is wrong. Because I'm a Christian. We stand for what is right. We don't do what Islam does. We don't do what Muhammad do. We don't do what they do. I was taking the bus during my trip, and during that day, I encountered two Muslim women. One was in the bus. I gave her my seat, and another one in the bus station. We are waiting for the bus. A woman, she came. She's an old woman, and all the seats are busy, and it was raining, which means she will stand in the middle, and poor women, there's no place to sit. So I gave her my seat, and both of them, they are Muslims. When I saw her, I did not see her as a Muslim woman. I see her as a woman need help. Who cares if she's a Muslim or not? I'm a Christian. I will help any woman who need help. She is a Muslim, she is a Hindu, she is a Buddha, she is an atheist. It doesn't matter. You help and you do what you need to do as a Christian. In the bus, when I gave her the seat, I spoke to her in Arabic because she's an Arab. And she said thank you in Arabic, and she saw the cross in my neck. I'm sure that will have an impact on her. And imagine if this woman, she knew that this guy is a Christian prince. Just imagine. So my friend, if you are a person who like liberals, ask yourself some questions about what you like about them. Do you like really killing babies? Do you like that tomorrow you will have no flag? Do you like really that one world state where the whole world is controlled by George Soros and corporation? You see, sometimes we watch movies, and sometimes I laugh at those people who believe in like one world order. But one world order is what it was socialist is about. It's exactly what socialist is about. They want to open the borders. They have an international police. They can grab you from any place. They will make a law, and actually they are doing that to forbid you from opening your mouth. They speak about democracy, but there's no democracy. Who dare to say something they don't agree about? You see, as an example, just just an example. In France, they made a law that if somebody he speak in public and he support the Nazi or the fascist, he will be taken to court. Okay. If somebody deny the Holocaust, which is the massacre against the Jews, he will go to jail up to 5 years. I mean, how in the world that can be? You see, I believe strongly that the Jews were killed by millions, yes. And I agree that this is a very horrible crime. But how you speak of democracy and people, they can speak their mind, but yet if somebody speak his mind, you take him to jail 5 years. That's stupid. You know what I mean? You are saying to people what they can say or what they cannot say. And you are telling them, if you say this, I will take you to jail. I mean, where is the democracy and where is the freedom? You are the same as Hitler. If you don't agree with him, he kill you. If you don't agree with them, they take you to jail. They are the one who decide for you what you can say, what you can write, what you can read, and what you can eat. Even the food. You see, Hillary Clinton, Obama and Hillary Clinton, they are from the same social mafia. They want to decide what children can eat. I mean, your child. Why? Because children are getting fat. I mean, look at her. Look at her, Hillary Clinton. You know, the balloons is coming from her face, from all the meat she eat every day. Yet she want to teach us, and she want to force on you your food. The same as Islam. Islam is involved in your underwear. Even the underwear have to be Islamic. Even your socks have to be Islamic. Even the sandal. Do you know that if you go to Hajj, you cannot wear a sandal have pieces in it, which mean the whole sandal have to be done by one piece of leather? I mean, it's super ritual stupidity. You cannot wear underwear. You have to wear a sheet. You have to shave your head. You have blah 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 blah. They decide for you. Do you know that in Islamic countries, if you eat in the month of Ramadan publicly, you go to jail at least for 30 days? And in some countries like Saudi Arabia, they whip your back 90 times. They force on you when you can eat, when you cannot eat, what you can eat, what you cannot eat, what you can say, what you cannot say. This is why Islam and socialism is the same. The only difference between them, the Muslims, they do that under the name of God. The socialists, they knew that they do that, and their government, they make it God. You know, I mean, they decide for you. They became God for you. They decide for you what you can say, what you cannot say, what you can do, who can live and who can die. We go and we have sex. The women get a pregnant, and then we kill the baby. But who is giving the right for the women to kill the baby? The Democrat, the socialist. And the what and why? Who are you? How you can do that? What if you are that baby who one day his mom decide to kill him? What if Hillary Clinton and those crazy people, their mother when they were young, they decide to kill them? All right. Always there is something wrong with those people. And then we find that those people, they are going to ask a Muslim woman to lead us to what is right and what's wrong. A woman who believe that a man can beat his wife, the man he can have up to 4 wives. And you know the funny here, if you see the article, women march leader Sarsour launches racial attack against white women. Hmm. Do you know that Muslims believe that only white people enter heaven? Do you know that? Do you know that? The Muslim, they make speeches. I saw a Muslim was speaking, I think in Texas. He said in this city hall, the one who built this city hall, he used to own slaves. He forgot that this guy, his all his book is about slaves, and he's a prophet. He's a slave dealer. You see the hypocrisy? They try to fool you and say to you that we are against slaves when all the Quran is about slaves. Muhammad, he owned many slaves and he raped them and he kidnapped them and he enslaved people. He enslaved. He did not even just buy. He enslaved. He caused people to be slave. People who used to walk free in the street, live their life. Muhammad, he attacked them. He kidnapped them. He forced them into slavery. How we can have such a woman? And if you see, guys, if you see the videos, I wish I can play the videos. You will die laughing. This woman, she was telling them, we need to march. We need to stay focused. She is telling them they are like puppies around her. You know, they are stupid idiot around her. And she is giving order for those liberal women. I'm glad she did not call her brothers, the Mujahideen, to do something. You know, if we ask somebody speak about lesbian, if we ask Linda Sarsour, what is your opinion about lesbian? As long you are living between the lesbian and you support the lesbian, do you believe in the Quran? She will say yes. Okay, what the punishment of lesbian? Anyone knows what the punishment of lesbian? Anyone knows? What is the punishment? Let us see if anyone remember. How those people they accept such people who believe in those things to lead them? It's not. All right. Let us go to chapter 4. If you read here carefully, we will find something very disappointing for those who accept a Muslim woman wearing the hijab to be their leader. For those women of your women who they are guilty of loudness, call two witnesses to witness for you're against them. Of you're against them. I mean, translation is horrible. And if they testify about it, then confine them to the houses until death take them, or Allah appoint his way. What is the punishment for a lesbian woman in Islam? Anyone understand what is the punishment here? Jail for life until death. The liberals, they accepted a woman to be their leader who believed that a lesbian should be jailed for life. And the hypocrite Muhammad, look what he did. If you are a gay who do the same as the lesbian, what is the punishment for him? Anyone knows? Because Muhammad, he was a gay. If he is a gay, then beat him with sandals, and if he repent, leave him alone. Look at the hypocrisy and the double standard of this filthy religion. If the women are lesbian, we jail them to die. If the man is a gay, we beat him with sandals, and if he repent, leave him alone. After that, Muhammad, people, they start accusing him left and right, so he wanted to prove that he is not what they say. So he said, the one who is a gay, kill him, as you see in the hadith here. So the Muslims, they say that this hadith abrogate the Quran. Have you ever heard of somebody, he is a prophet of God, if he says something and his God says something, the followers, they follow what he say against what his God say? Yeah, if you go and read the interpretation, you can go and read the interpretation. It says you beat them with sandals. Actually, I can show you the interpretation right now. Hold on, give me a second. Let me open the interpretation website. All right, because I don't want people to say I'm making, my own interpretation. The Muslims, they cry. It doesn't matter what you do. This is the Islamic website, the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan. All right, do you see it, or I'm making things up, guys? Does it say here beat them with sandals? Do you see the word sandals, or I should highlight? Those who do intercourse, etc., okay, insult them and beat them, and beating with sandals. Do you see it? A gay, you beat him with sandals, he will get excited. Anyone remember the hadith about the one who was angry from killing Uthman? Anyone remember? You can find it in the Shia website, translated there. There's a guy, the caliphate, Osman, was killed by the Muslims as usual. Muslims always, they kill each other forever, and nothing changed from the time of Muhammad until now. So Uthman was killed, and a man who is a companion of Muhammad, he said, I swear by Allah, if I know who killed Uthman, I'm going to do bang bang to him. I mean, this is how filthy they are, and he mean it. Bang bang, you know what the word bang bang, right? A gay, he heard him and he said, you will do that? He said, yes, I will do that if I know who killed Uthman. Then the guy, he said, I am the one who killed Uthman. Then the guy, he put him down, make him bend over, and he started doing, and then the gay was screaming from underneath saying, if I know this is the penalty and the punishment of killing Uthman, I would love to kill Uthman every day. If you don't believe me, go to the Shia website and read the story. Actually, maybe we can find it now. If I know that this is the punishment of killing Uthman, I would love to kill Uthman every day. Anyway, you see, I wanted to share this video with you. I'm not going to keep it there, actually, to be sure that people take it down, download it, load it everywhere. It doesn't matter what country you are in. Socialism is very dangerous. It might sound for some, it's more, speaking for your right and equality, but you will notice that those who sponsor socialism are the most rich billionaire in the world. And then you ask yourself, how someone like George Soros, he believe in socialism? You know what I mean? How the owner of Google believe in socialism, how the owner of Facebook believe in socialism, and yet they have hundreds of billions. Like Google, I mean, Google is more rich than many countries. All the money of Africa together is not equal to the money Google have. How they believe in socialism and equality, yet they have a lot of money. A lot of money. Actually, you are poor because they have that money. So if they are truly, they believe in socialism, which is like kind of a communist, shouldn't they give their money out if they really believe in it? We have Al Gore as an example. He used to fly for years, it's his business, to give lecture about go green, global warming, yet the idiot himself, he fly in his own jet, which is going to burn more than all the gas you will burn for the coming 20 years driving your car in one trip. All those who speak about global warming, they drive SUV and they have many bodyguards going around them and burning a lot of gas. But yet your car is the problem. You should not buy a USV, but they have, and they buy the most expensive big engine cars. But you, the poor you, who is driving a little tiny car with 1.5 horse engine, you are the problem. They are hypocrites. They live different from what they say. The wedding party of the daughter of Hillary Clinton cost about $2.5 million. And like a person like Trump, this guy is a businessman before he became president. He's rich since he was a kid. So I'm not surprised that he is rich. But how a woman, she spent all her life working for government, she can afford to spend $2.5 million for her daughter wedding. You know what I mean? Where's the money coming from? Somebody is working for the government, and nobody question where the money is coming from. How they can afford such a money? What is the salary of me being a president? $60,000 a month. But the poor you, they fool you, and they make all the stupid promises, and they make you go to bed dreaming about something will happen tomorrow. When I used to live in the Middle East, all government in the Middle East, they fool their citizen. As an example, let us say you live in Jordan. The king of Jordan is a scumbag. He is an official corrupt person. He is the agent of Her Majesty, intelligent. He worked for her, for the British government. He and his father and his grandfather, all of them, they are made by the British intelligence, and the country have no income. So what such a guy, how he can survive? Promises, promises and playing games. So now Saudi is against Qatari. So now how we can make money? We are out of money. Almost the country was collapsing a few months ago. Right away he came kissing the shoes of Trump, help me, otherwise Israel will be in threat. Somebody else will take over the government and all the peace agreement with Israel will go. So he got money from USA, he got money from Israel, he got money from Saudi Arabia, telling them, if you don't help me, I'm going to ask the Qatari. It's, you know, everything is promised by a game. And then in order to make his citizen cool down, he told them, look, all those countries are promising us to give us more jobs. Qatar promised to give more jobs to Jordania, Saudi Arabia, but all of them, they lie to those poor people around them just to cool them down, to suck their anger. And this is exactly what the socialist does. It's like a steam cooking pot. It have a hole, and the purpose of that hole, that the steam will not be too much to the point this cooking pot is going to explode. So they leave a hole for you to breathe from, so you will not be exploding. So you will have a minimal wages. They will, you know, they will keep you surviving to the point you are not dying yet, but the fact you are not living yet too. You know, when I went to Germany, and supposedly, as I know about Germany, it's a rich country, I noticed that people in Germany are poor, very poor, very poor. People, they work to survive. Nobody's making money. Very few people are very rich, extremely filthy rich, and the rest, they are just people paying for their rent, paying for their heating, paying for their food in the refrigerator, but they don't have really money. My idea about a person who live in Germany, that he is living a good life. This is what I thought. I never met one from those who I spoke to is making good money. But this is Germany. Germany is a very rich, wealthy country. So where is the money? I'm not saying you imagine you are in Germany and you are hungry. That will be disaster. This is not Somalia. Why you should be hungry in Germany? You see, nobody is hungry. That's not a good answer, my friend. Why somebody live in a country like Germany should be hungry anyway? Living just to pay your bills is not really a good life. You spend your life, you cannot buy an apartment. When you can buy an apartment in Germany, a person who make 2,000 euro, when the day will come, you can afford to buy an apartment, something you own. Everybody can go to a hospital. Yeah, well, thank you. Everybody can go to a hospital, but always, you know, hospitals and governments are really horrible. Rich people, they don't go to a hospital. You go to, you stay in the line for 10 hours and you might die before they even help you. If you cannot afford to buy a house, to buy an apartment, not a house, apartment, I mean, so what you accomplish in your life? People who they are over a certain age in Germany, if you want to know why they fly overseas and they choose to live in Asian countries, not because really they are in love in Asian countries, but because the money they give, they receive from the government is just to buy bread and butter and almost to you know, survive. I mean, the minimum. They don't go to Asian countries to retire there because they are in love with those countries as much. It's because the money they receive in Germany is not good for Germany. You know, when I went in Europe, many countries in Europe, and I noticed how expensive it is. Europe is very expensive. Europe is not a good place for somebody is poor to live. The socialist is not doing good for the poor. They are doing good for themselves. One person, he have in his bank account hundreds and hundreds of millions of euro. His house alone is like maybe €100, €1,000,000. And then you spend your life either leasing a car, sucking the money you make, fooling you, making you pay for a lease, or you have to spend your life going in the bus. You pay for your rent, you pay for your electricity, you pay for etc., and then at the end of the month you have nothing. What kind of life you have? And then in the top of that, in order to keep you poor, they open their borders to immigrant. You see, many people, they think that immigrant, it just happened because those people, they are open-minded. This is not true. Immigrants are necessity to make money, to suck blood. The rich ones like Soros, they don't want to hire someone, he is a German in Germany, who will ask for a lot of money, big salary, retirement plan, etc. Because even the 2,000 euro you make for him, it's a big money. So let us bring immigrants who would they accept anything. They just want to live here. Immigrants are not because they are not there because those liberals, they are welcoming immigrants. They are there because corporation, they want to suck a new blood. Your blood is already exhausted and you cause them too much. You know what I mean? Why I want to hire an you know, like a French citizen who is going to ask me for at least 3,000 euro to work in my farm when I can get somebody for 400 euro and he will sleep in a box. It's not about helping the refugee. They don't care for refugee. It's all about new labor, cheap labor, very cheap. There's jobs. If they want to ask you to work in it, you will ask for a good salary. I mean, it's not fair. So having the new immigrant is a very nice solution for them. They will suck the blood of those immigrants in the first few years. You work anything, you know. Me, when I was a student, I accept any job, anything. They give me pennies. Honest to God, they give me pennies. They use me as a student. I make $500. The same job is a $3,000, but just because I'm a student, they abuse me. He's an immigrant. He need money. He will accept anything. You don't speak good language. You don't have any. I mean, so what you will do? You accept. This is why, in like as an example, California, they are so much in love with immigrants across the borders because it's a very cheap employment. Those poor Mexicans, with my respect to the Mexicans, they go through the borders seeking better life, and this is normal. Everybody seek better life. Everybody have the right to seek better life, but you are not seeking really better life. They are going to suck your blood. You go there, and now let us say, okay, a Mexican, he come to California. What he can do for a living? He is a farmer, so he can do work in landscape. Okay, so now an American guy, he hire 50 Mexicans and he open a landscape company. He give each one of them $300 a week, when in fact he made from him every day $300 a day. Socialism is nothing but slavery. It is an, you know, it's an organized crime, and they try to make it like it is something nice and beautiful, and it's about a humanity, it's about a human rights, it's about we stand for a human, we want, okay, everybody, all refugee are welcome. She is not speaking for herself, Miracle, she speak for the corporations. They are welcome to do what? Okay, they came, what, and what is next? What is next? Oh, yeah, I'm sure the sons will be like this, the same as the father, right? No, but socialism, my friend, you see the different uh, political agenda can change. There is parties, yes, but you see, the as an example, in America, Democrat is based on socialism, and socialism is not something local. You see, in America, Republican are local, but social, the social are not. It's not local. Are you, this is the danger of it. It's not something what it happen only in a state. It's something happen around the world. They want to take over the world to make one world a state. And at the end of the day, the rich is controlling the poor, but yet the flag is a communist. You see, did you see the video? Maybe I should load more videos about my trip to China. When I was in China, I was surprised. I saw BMW, Mercedes, Ferrari, Maserati. I mean, all kind of extremely expensive cars. And this is China. Like, how in China people they can drive those cars? Who are the one driving it? You know what I mean? You go to China, you think everybody driving a bicycle. Chinese, the communists, they own Europe, they own America, but they are communist. How that can be? Communism and socialism is the flag that we are to make people equal, but it's a lie. They are the most rich people ever, and then the rest of the Chinese, they live just to live, like, you know, numbers, labor force. But there is people in China who not only they own billions but trillions. When I was in the Philippines, electricity companies, gas companies, train companies, airports, either controlled by Chinese companies or Muslim companies. As simple as that. One of two, choose one of two. Either the owner is a Chinese or the owner is a Muslim. China will not destroy the socialists, for China is a socialist. You have no idea what China is about. This is the communism is a socialist. What are you talking about? The same idea, you know. They fool you with the equality, that we want to take the money from the rich, give it to the poor, etc. The same as Obama was saying to us. Hillary Clinton, she want to charge 40% tax supposedly to the rich. Suppose she want to charge the rich more, right? Tax. But the fact the one who pay tax is not the rich. Just to show you how they fool you. You see, If I am a person who own a car company, or let us say I am a car maker and I own a company like Ford, all right, and then Hillary Clinton, she says to me, I'm going to charge you, I am a socialist, I'm going to charge you 40% of your income. All what I need to do, increase the price of the car. As simple as that. And at the end of the day, you are the one who will pay for my tax. I am a person who sell sugar, food, etc. Tea. You see, I remember when I used to buy the tea for the box for $6. Now the box, I think, is 11, 12. You know, I'm not sure. Twice. So what they do? It's not them who pay the tax. The rich one never pay tax. They fool you. They say we will charge the rich one tax. The fact it is you who pay. Rich people don't pay tax. You pay it. They charge you. They increase tax in airline. Who paid the tax for the airline? Not the airline, it's you. You buy the ticket. You know, like I just bought an air ticket because I'm invited to do a seminar somewhere, and the ticket, it was for what, 150, and the tax was almost 100 something. You know what I mean? Tax. But I am the one who paid the tax. It's not the airline. It stayed there in the ticket. When you buy the ticket, go and check it out. Go right now and search on any website. Try to buy a ticket. The price of the ticket is etc. and the tax is etc. So it is not them who pay the tax, it's you. They just try to fool you, try to present themselves that they are the one who defend the poor, but the fact all of them, they are rich. A rich never defend the poor. You see, when Trump, he make a speech about defending the poor, I laugh because it's not true. If Trump, he defend the poor, well, give me your money, donate all your money for the poor, then I will believe you. But that will never happen. Trump is a person who won the election, and he want to prove to the American that he is capable of his promises. As simple as that. He's a businessman. So he do perfect job because he knew all the lies of the business. He knew how to make money. So this guy, he is treating America as a corporation, as a company, and he is forcing everybody to pay him money, to pay him, in this case, not to his pocket, to America, which is good. So he's perfect for the job. But Trump don't defend the poor. He's a rich, very wealthy rich man. But yet he is good enough for me because at least jobs are available. The currency is not losing the value. America is respected. Same time, he keeps his promises to the Christians to bring people who they are conservative to be judges. And as we see now, the socialists, they are going crazy because a Christian judge who against abortion, against etc., etc., all what they stand for, he is going to be in the Supreme Court. And that's why I sponsor him. Otherwise, I know that Trump, he don't care really for the poor. He don't know what poor mean. The only one knows what it's mean to be a poor is somebody is poor. And a poor person, he will never be there. They will not even allow him to be there. If you look at all those who they are there in the offices, in the White House, in the Congress, in the Senate, all of them, they are filthy rich businessmen. Can you imagine how much the wealth of Trump will double after he became a president? Because, you know, yes, he is not going to get a bribe, but everybody will make a deal with his companies now. It's a golden opportunity. All the princes of the Middle East, they want a partnership with his kids now. Trump, he owned hundreds of buildings in Dubai, and almost they are giving them, like, I mean, just come here, you know, welcome, because everybody want to seek his protection. So he don't get a bribe, but he get reward in different way, in a legal way, let's say. And you know, at the end of the day, what I like about this guy, he say things as it is. Always be aware of those who don't speak their mind. Those are the one you should fear them. He is not a person who speak what you like to hear. He say it as it is, and that for me is enough to know who he is. So I know he's rich, I know he love money, I know, but I know that he say things as it is, so I know what he is thinking about. I know that this guy, he keep his promises. Everything he promised before the election, he did it very fast. You see, if you go and check as an example, how many presidents they promised to move the embassy of USA to Jerusalem? Obama, he promised. Bill Clinton, he promised. George Bush, he promised. I mean, go back, I think 30-40 years ago, since I think Kennedy. All of them, they promised to move the embassy to Jerusalem, and all of them, they mentioned that in their election propaganda, but nobody did. This guy, he did everything he said before the election, he did after the election, and I respect him for that. He's the man. He is the man. He did not lie to us and say I will do this and he do something the opposite. He did exactly what he said. He will build the wall. He's building the wall. I will change the agreement with Canada and Mexico. He changed the agreement with Canada and Mexico. Everything he promised, he did. Everything Obama and the socialists they promised never happened. The only thing they are able to accomplish is killing babies. People go more poor. There's no jobs. Everybody welfare is skyrocketing. Drugs is skyrocketing. Go guys, go and search the news and see how many people they die every day because of drugs, because of the socialist. They found that in the sewage, let me see which city, I forgot which city, but this is in Europe. They found that in the sewage there's tons of cocaine. This is because they, you know, people they use it and they piss, right? I mean, the whole system is collapsing. Is not doing good. Socialist is not doing good. Where is you know what you accomplish really as a socialist? What the French government they accomplish as a socialist? What the British accomplish? I saw in the other day in the news that the wife of the prince, what his name, this actor, she opened the door, she broke the rules and she opened the car door by herself. I mean, this is the news. This is the news. And how many tens of thousands of young people dying every day because of drugs? We don't see it, but it's news. She opened the door of the car by herself. I mean, can you believe it? I mean, this is the news we are waiting for. Yeah, the new UK princess who is going to divorce her husband in a year or two. Just count on my words. Who need the princess these days? Even that is for the sake of money. You see, they made a study. If we take the queen out and her family, how much UK will lose of tourism? A lot. There's many people, they come from around the world to visit and see the Queen. Money. It's all about money. What the Queen and what princess, what those people they do for a living, what exactly their job, and who need them? A little kid, he's called a prince. Do you still believe in this garbage? He's born, he's doing poo-poo, and now you call him a prince. And then he is going to take over the crown one day. I mean, this is madness. So they are socialist, but yet they claim to be conservative. They are open-minded, but yet you cannot say your mind. If you speak against what they believe, they execute you, they kill you. Today I saw in the news that the head of the Interpol was kidnapped. You see, yesterday, 2 days ago, I made a video about what if a government kidnap you. Do you believe it that the head of the Interpol disappear? How the head of the international police disappear? Who can believe in that? If the head of the police in the world, he is kidnapped, and the French police do not know how to find him, where is he? I mean, don't you feel safe and secure? You must be. So they say to you, we should not allow citizens to have guns. Only criminals should have guns. This is what they say. You see, when a thief, he knew that in this city there's nobody have guns, and he is the only one, or a criminal like him, they have guns. Who can stop them? Nobody. Do you remember when the Abdul, the terrorist, they attack the cartoon newspaper, the one who made a cartoon about Muhammad, and they killed them? Do you remember the 2 policemen? They came in the bicycle. I mean, how silly. Police don't have guns. This is what the socialist is about. I mean, how stupid is that? They believe for many years that if a police is having a gun, he is terrifying the people. I mean, how in the world he can even be a police? So 2 policemen, they came in their bicycle to fight terrorists who have a Kalashnikov. What they will beat them with, how they will fight them. And the result is the 2 poor policemen, they slaughter like chicken. Everything those socialists they stand for is crazy and is stupid. You see, I support that everybody should have weapon. Everybody. At the end of the day, you are responsible for what you do. If you are a criminal, you will pay for your crime. But at least everybody have the right to defend himself, and everybody have the chance to defend himself. By the time you call the police and the police come, the criminal, he will be crossing the border. Actually, why he crossed the border? He might move and live in the 2nd floor in the top of Hillary Clinton. But if every citizen have a gun, the thief, the criminal, the rapist, he knew that this is going to be a woman alone. She have a gun. You know what I mean? The woman is not a woman no more. She is not a weak person no more, because when you have a gun, you can kill an elephant. Every citizen should have a gun, should have weapon. A house without weapon is an invitation for thieves and criminals to get in. They go in, they kill you, they rape your wife, they take the money, and bye-bye. And then the police will come maybe a day or 2 after if they heard about you. In Switzerland, everybody by law he have to have a gun. Well, I want, I have a gun since I was a baby. You know, where I'm coming from, we don't have a problem with that. We have more guns than the fork. I was introduced actually to guns more before forks. I don't know even what fork is. Like, what is that? Anyway, everything have to have a reason, and always seek the good reason for anything. Guns don't kill, people kill. So if as long there is a criminals, they can have guns, then why you cannot have guns? You are the good citizen. Criminals can have guns and I cannot. That's crazy. Right? That's crazy. The bad person, he can shoot and he can kill and he can get away just because the law took his side. Because when the law says, and this is what the socialist is about too, the socialist, they always, by taking the wrong decision, they take the side of the criminal. The criminal, he can stop you anytime he want in the street, your car, in the traffic light. You can it's easy. You see, you think you are driving your car and you are safe. You are not. You know, you are a citizen who obey the law, and then you see a traffic light, red light, you stop. It's nighttime. A guy, he come next to you and he put the gun in the front of the window. Your window cannot protect you from the bullet. He knew that you don't have a gun. That's it. He knew in this country, in this city, nobody allowed to have a gun. He's the only one there. And how in the world you will be lucky that a policeman will come? And even if a policeman he will come, he will hide behind the wall and he will ask him to drop his weapon. He will not risk his life. He's just an employee. The only one who really care for your life is you. The rest will hide. This is why I believe the socialists, like liberals, they are really a bunch of idiots. Everything they stand for, and look, they stand for silly, stupid stuff. As an example, just a few months ago, they started a new propaganda that it's not right that girls have a bathroom alone and boys have bathroom alone. Somebody is a gay, he can use the girls' bathroom. I mean, what is that? I mean, look how silly their mind is. I mean, they have as if the whole problems in the world are solved, and now we are out of problems, so we are trying to find a problem to solve. This is the problem now. What about you make a bathroom for the gays and solve the problem instead of having one for the, okay, imagine your daughter, she go to the bathroom and then a guy standing next to her and he is unzipping and he is getting his thing out, and the excuse is he's a gay. I mean, this is crazy. They are silly, they are stupid, they make me sick, and yet they speak that they are the one who define for us the morality and the moral issues. What is moral? What is good and what is bad? It's good to do abortion. It's good to be a gay. It's good to be a lesbian. It's good to to force children to go and attend wedding for a gay. I mean, a child, he don't even know what gay mean. Why you want to take him to a wedding? And what kind of wedding is that? He's a child. It's like a Muslim child, Muhammad saying to him, what he told him, if you commit suicide, you will get virgins. There's a character. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Give me a second. Where the guy, the kid, he said to Muhammad, what versions? What versions? Let me see if I can find it. I saw this this drawing many years ago, but it's funny. Where Muhammad, the terrorist, he is promising a Muslim child to suicide himself between the Jews, and telling him, if you do this, you will get 72 versions. The child, he said, what version mean? Yeah, look like it's going to be hard to find it. Yeah, yeah, I cannot find it. Anyway, so you know, and this is why terrorist organization and Muslims, generally speaking, they love the socialist. They are, you know, what they call it. Do you know the story where they enter like an empty horse inside the city? What is the name of the story? Somebody remind me. As a gift. This is how the Muslims they see the socialist. They are the opportunity. They are the empty horse. Troy. Yeah, Helen of Troy. So they make you open your door, and we have a gift for you. It's going to be a beautiful horse. So they present themselves as the horse who is beautiful, but yet inside that horse is all the mascara is going to happen. And if you are the wise person who try to tell them this is not right, we should not allow this horse to get in, they will silence you because there's many fools right there who don't want to listen, who they are greedy. Next month, the sanctions against Iran is going to start. The price of gas is going up, and now Trump he have to keep his promise to keep the sanctions. I want to see what the socialists will do when the sanctions started and the price of gas will increase. Actually, already it is increasing about 20 cents, if not more. So it doesn't matter what you do. I mean, this guy, he have an enemy and he have to fight. If you go to war, they will say he is a war warrior. He like to do war destruction. If he shake hands with the president of Korea, they say he shake hands with the dictator. If he threaten him that he is going to bomb him, they say he is a crazy. He is out of his mind. It doesn't matter what you do. Few months ago, they were laughing at him, saying this guy is a crazy. Is going to take us to war, nuclear war with North Korea. Then he was right. He forced this man. He put all the heavy sanctions in his country to the point he squeezed his neck. He can't breathe no more. This guy, he came like a puppy and he says, okay, Trump, what do you want? So the guy, he have to meet him. I mean, how we can accomplish peace without meeting the person to person? Trump, he meet him. Trump became a criminal because he shake hands with a criminal. How dare you to shake hands with him? What do we do? What do you want? What do you want? Do you want us to go in nuclear war? Which one is better? Shake hands and take his weapon from him, or we go in war and millions of people die? Those people, doesn't matter what you do. What is matter who you are. If you are one of them, even if you are covered by garbage, you smell like perfume. Even if you are a child molester, even if you are a rapist like Clinton, even if you are corrupt like Hillary, it doesn't matter. Nobody see on you a rapist or a criminal or a person who is false sworn president who took an oath, fabricating stories, who became the joke of everybody about the underwear of Monica Lewinsky. It doesn't matter. Still, Bill Clinton was a great president for them. The guy, the poor guy, a woman 36 years ago, obviously she have mental issue. Obviously, you can tell she have a mental issue, this woman. You do not need to be intelligent to know, to notice that she have a mental issue. I mean, I never heard in the world that somebody accused somebody in doing something, but you don't remember even where. Why you cannot remember the place of a crime? It is impossible to erase from the memory of a victim, because the images of the place will go chase him forever. You know what I mean? So she remembered the crime, she didn't remember the place. It's impossible. Nobody remember her, nobody remember the party, nobody even they said to her, we don't even know him, the guy, how he was there. And if you hear all those senators, they are talking about him as if he did it. That's it. They decide, and they are the judges. It is totally sick. And that's why I say, I'm so glad that we have those stupid people in the office. Seriously. Because, you know, it's going to be harder to fight the devil if he is smart. I'm so glad that they are a bunch of idiots who they are stupid. You see, after what they did with this guy, there's many Americans who don't really want to vote to any party. They are going to vote for Trump, whoever in the side of Trump, because they are sick of them. By the way, I have a confession. 60 years ago, I throw a snowball at a girl. I wasn't born, but it's okay. I throw a snowball at a girl, and I think that disqualify me to be talking to you. I mean, imagine they have articles about him because he throw ice at somebody. What's wrong with those people? This guy, he was a judge for more than, I don't know, 30 years, almost all his life. Nobody said anything. A judge, he's a judge, he's not a lawyer. I mean, when you are a judge, you are the high quality of the society, supposedly. So nobody ever complained about his behavior since then. Suddenly he became the devil overnight. Yeah, because simply they did read his record. He is against abortion, he's against everything they stand for. That's a dangerous for them. That's the whole story. Otherwise he's fine. Nobody complained about him being with George Bush. Nobody complained about him working for the government for 30 years, being a judge, sending people to jail. It's okay. And you know, if this is the case, I mean, we should be worried as men to go with women. I mean, if I go in the elevator, I'm going to turn my camera on, man. You never know. You might go upstairs, and then the woman, she say, this guy, he touched me. And I will save the video for the coming 40 years, because she might say that after 30 years. She might say, I went with a Christian Prince in the elevator and he exposed something. He showed me something. What he showed you? His cell phone. I mean, what? This is madness. Any woman she accuse any man, and that's it. Actually, this woman, she should go to jail. If I am him, I will sue her back, and I will do a real investigation, and I will do my best to prove that she is a fraud. Either the report from the doctors will come that she have a mental issue, then she go to hospital, or she don't have a mental issue, then she have to go to jail. It's not right to accuse people for no reason. And I believe strongly this woman, according to the story, they put her in trouble. She don't want even to speak about it. You see, I think what this woman did, she spoke in front of some stupid friends, Democrat like her, and They take it from Starbucks and they call senators. She never thought it's going to be in public. She was just talking about, okay, this guy, remember, I remember him, he did that to me one day. She thought it's just a conversation. She never wanted to go to talk about this. And yeah, there's many, they do things out of depression, who they are seeking attention. Some, they get old, nobody is talking about them, they are not attention, the superstar no more, so they do stupid things. About 2 years ago, there's an actor who nobody talk about her no more because she's old now. She took naked pictures and she posted on the internet by herself. Nobody like hijack her. Why? Because here we go, people are talking about her. This is the point. There was, when I used to open a chat room in Paltalk, there was two women. One of them, her name, I think, Spice, something like this. I don't know, actually, it's a nickname. Those two women, every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they convert to new religion. So today they convert to Islam. Then they come to the chat of a Christian prince. And Christian prince explain about Islam and they take the mic and they decide to leave Islam. When they convert to Islam, the Muslim, they praise them, Allahu Akbar, sister. Please, brother, invite them. Brother, she's our sister, she's a superstar. She's happy. Everybody give her the mic to talk, how you feel, etc. Okay. Then after 2 weeks, the Muslims, they don't praise her no more because she is an old Muslim now. She's an old, she converted already. I mean, that's it. So hello. So she go to the Christian prince, the Christians. She go to the Christians, she became a Christian again. And the Christian, hey brothers, add her, please, sister, add me, etc. She became superstar again. Then after 3-4 weeks, she became a Muslim again. And then she became a Christian again. And then she became a Muslim again. And she became a Christian again. So the last time I remember, they came to my chat room and they said to me, we want to be Christians. I said, get lost. Literally, get lost. Stupid idiots. You have mental illness and you are just seeking attention. They don't care really for what religion they are about. They care only seeking attention. People, they praise them and they are stars and put light on them. As simple as that. There is a story of it's a joke, but represent for me exactly how the socialists and the liberals they are, or Democrat, whatever you call them in Europe. There was a guy, he's an Arab like me, driving in the highway, and he heard in the radio the news saying, attention, attention, highway 101, whatever, a crazy guy driving in the wrong direction. Attention, attention, a crazy guy driving in the wrong direction. This Arabian guy, who is like me, very good in driving, he started thinking, how stupid this radio. He said, only one going the wrong direction? Say 2, say 3, say 4, say 5, say 7, say 10, say 15 people going around direction, 20, 25, because it was him. He was the one driving in the wrong direction, but he was counting how many people going in the wrong direction. He heard the radio saying a crazy guy going in the wrong direction in the highway. And he was speaking to himself how stupid the radio. It's not only one. It is 2, it is 3, it is 4, it is 10, it is 15. Now we are 55. Now we are 70. Now, this is how they are. They drive in the wrong way and they think everyone in the other side is wrong. 97% the percentage of Hillary Clinton to win, which means 97% are driving in the right highway direction. And then Hillary, she drove with her socialist in one car in the highway, and then she start counting 1, 2, 3 for me, 5. They are against you. They are in the wrong direction. They are voting against you. And then we find the opposite. Crazy, stupid. I know. You know, just to give you an example about those socialists, when I was in Asia, in China specifically, I met with a girl. She's from France, and the guy, I think he was from Spain. And then we start talking about Islam. We went like we saw a restaurant. They eat halal. I told them I don't eat here, and later they asked me why. I said I don't really eat this halal food, stupid thing. And then they told me, we start talking about Arab countries and etc. And then this socialist woman, she said to me, "Look like you hate Arab." I said, "Why you are saying that?" She said, "You keep talking negative about them." I said, "What if I say to you, I am an Arab myself?" She said, "What?" So did you notice that I have an accent? I said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, where I'm from." So if I speak negative about a group, that's mean I hate them? There's many negativity in our society in the Middle East. What I can do? I mean, I am in America now because I'm not happy there. Why I came to USA? I mean, what is the reason? Is it for money? No, I'm not rich here. Actually, there I can do a lot better. A lot better. So why I came here? Those liberals, they accuse you right away of hate the second you say something they don't like. You don't like African. Why? How you know? How you predict that I don't like African? Because you said you don't eat chocolate. What this? You hate people of color. What? You said you like milk. But this is not true. You know, my I met the most best people ever I met in my life. They were African. So you judge me that I don't like African because I don't eat chocolate? This is the mentality. You don't eat chocolate, you hate African. You like milk? Here we go. You like white supremacy? You think white is better? Madness. Anything you do. Actually, you see this Muslim woman here, Sarsour. Do you know what the article here? This woman, she was speaking about that white women, excuse me, is behind the white women supremacy is behind electing this judge. I mean, you believe it? Excuse me, why your husband is not an African guy? Landa Sarsour. And by the way, Egyptian are African supposedly, but they are considered as white. When the last time the Muslims decide to choose an African king? For sure, I'm not talking about Sudan. All of them, they are black anyway. When we will see a king in Saudi Arabia, he is African. When we will see a president in Syria, he is African. When we are going to see, guys, do you know the city of Al Basra? Who knows Al Basra? Al Basra city. Give me a second, just to show you the hypocrisy of those who they are in bed with the liberals. All right. I will try to find the map. All right, here we go. This is the city of Al-Basra. Let us zoom out so you can get an idea. Do you know what is the purpose of the city? What was the city is about? This is Baghdad. It's here in Iraq. This is Kuwait, where Saddam Hussein invaded before. This is the Persian Gulf, which is called by the Arab Gulf. And if you go down, you will see here is Iran. This is the borders of Iran. You know. All right. So what is Al-Basra? Al-Basra was nothing but a slave city. Hundreds of thousands of slaves live here. Their job is to do farming as slaves for the white Arab man. How many black are exist right now in Iraq? Zero. Okay, what happened? How long time ago, during the time they see the Muslim, they say to you, the caliphate, the science, etc., the caliphate flourish, you know, we have a great history. It's a lie. Nobody owns slaves and sells slaves as much as the Muslims and the Arab. One day, those poor African, they decide to make a revolution against the white Muslim man who is capturing them all the way from Africa, bringing them here for slavery to work for him like goats. Literally, they kill them all. You can search right now in Google, peace upon him, Prophet Google, for what it's called the Zinj revolution. Zinj. Let me see if I can find you an article about it. Give me a second. Islam is the biggest organization and the religious title who promote slavery. Here we go. This is in Wikipedia. You can search for the same article. Now, I don't trust really Wikipedia. I mean, you can search for it by yourself, do your work. All right. This revolution, according to Wikipedia, and as I said, don't take the numbers or anything from just Wikipedia. Do your job. Search if you are interested. In the year 869, year 883, which mean this is about 200 years after Muhammad. It's like in the age of Islam flourishing, taking over everywhere, practicing the real Islam. It is still in the time of the caliphate. Those this African territory, and I can say it's an African territory because there's no white people live there, only black. Only it's a city for slave. Everybody there is a slave. The white man, he dumped them there, and he forced them to go every morning to the field to do the farming, to do etc. whatever they are need to do. After work, you go there. He don't bring you to his home because too many, tens of thousands, to the point they made an army to fight for their freedom, and then they killed them all. That is the truth. In Damascus is the same, not only in Iraq. You know, some history books report that each caliphate he have between 10 to 20,000 women just for belly dancing, slaves. Where did they get this women from? They don't even buy them. They attack the neighbors, neighboring countries, tribes, villages, rob the houses, take their gold, their money, their food, their animals, bring it to the Islamic State, divide the shares between the terrorist Muslims, and they divide the women between the Muslims too. The caliphate will take the big share. As simple as that. So somebody believe in such a garbage religion. Muhammad himself, he was a trade businessman of slave, and he owned many slaves. The Muslim, they speak about the slave, his name is Bilal. They say, do you know that the first one who called for the prayer in Islam, he was a black African? Yeah, because he was a slave, and Muhammad never freed him. Yeah, Al-Basra today is still persecuted. Do you know why? Because they believe that whoever live there is from like, you know, the lowest, because this is the city of the slaves. You know what I mean? But there's no black there, people. But whoever lived there, still in their mind, this is the city of the slaves. I cannot really confirm such a thing about this guy, but what I know for sure that Bilal, when Muhammad he died, he still was a slave. But there is some reference that the cousin of Mary the Copt, when Omar he wanted to kill him, because some they say that the kid which is Mary the Copt, the slave of Muhammad, when she got pregnant, they said it is not Muhammad who made her pregnant, it was her cousin. So Omar, he went there. He did not know anything about this slave. Uh, he went there to kill him for doing that. And when he went there, supposedly this guy, he show his, you know, his naked body to show him that uh, he don't have one. They cut it off for him. And this is what they used to do to slaves too. You know, they cut their penises so they can live between in the house, and the guy, he will not be worried about his wife sleeping with the slave. Anyway, I want all of you always to download my videos. Soon I'm going to do cleaning of my page in YouTube. Most of the videos, they will disappear. So if you're already interested, download them, share them with your friends, put them in your channel, and let us try to make a difference, all of us together, not one person. And don't be a slave. It doesn't matter if you are white or black. We should not allow slavery anymore. And socialism is nothing but another page of slavery history. They speak too much about human right, but the fact they are the one who encourages slavery. And this is why they want more refugee, and they want more people to cross the borders, because they want more people to be abused and used for cheap employment. It has nothing to do with the human rights. They don't care for you as a human. It's an organization of evil. They claim that they defend even animals' rights, but yet they approve killing babies. They claim that they are a people who everybody have the right, equal right, but the second you don't join them, they try to execute you. If not by executing your reputation, they try to execute your wages, your job, anything they can do. Just don't join them, and you will see what they will do to you. You know, they speak that they are Democrat. But when Trump he won the election, they started breaking cars, burning stores, breaking windows, attacking the street, people in the street. Go watch right now in YouTube and see what if I am lying, in case you have a short memory. Where is the Democrat? Democrat is you accept the vote. Okay, the guy he won. What we do? We go in the street, savage. We go in the street, we burn cars, we attack stores. I mean, Trump he won. What the guy who owned the store have to do with this? Why you are what the poor guy who own a store for a grocery store? Why you are destroying his front door and front window? What he have to do with it? Actors right away they went in YouTube and they are crying. I can't believe it. This has happened. Trump he won. What is that? It's a madness. They have mental issue. They are suffering literally from mental issues. Obama he won. We did not go cry and we didn't destroy cars and we did not burn houses. But can we do the same? We can. And you know, the funny they say that those conservative they are the one who like guns, but we don't use them. They are the one who use violence. Socialists, they are the one who bombed police stations. Go and read the history of the socialists. It's not us. You remember McVeigh, the one who did the attack in Oklahoma? Do you know that this guy is a Muslim? They make article about the guy is a Muslim. Not only that, he converted to Islam and he rented the same apartment of the sheikh who did the same attack before him, the blind guy, Abdul Rahman. Just to confirm that he is just his student. He took the same apartment in purpose. I mean, from the whole city in Oklahoma, he could not find an apartment to rent except the apartment of the same terrorist who exploded the same building. He's a Muslim. Yeah, he's a Muslim. He's a convert. You don't talk about it. Go right now and search it. He's a Muslim convert. But if you go and read what the socialists they say about it, they make him from the group of Trump. They make him conservative. The guy is a Muslim. You know, imagine somebody want to do terrorist group or he want to do an attack and then he take the same building, a Muslim he attacked it before him, his name is Sheikh Abdul Rahman, the blind guy, and he took the same apartment. So he attacked the same building that guy he attacked, and he rented the same apartment that guy he rented. I mean, is that an you know what I mean? Do you think this is what like happened by luck? But they don't talk about it. But anyway, you can search all this information is there. But you see, the problem is nobody want to look, and people they want to just copy paste. Like now I said that to you, you learn it, but you don't want to search it yourself and see if it's true. Check it out. Don't take what people says to you. It doesn't matter who you are. If you are a Republican, liberal, socialist, idiot, whatever you are, check it out. Because people lie, and people they sometimes they carry out lies, even the good ones. So my advice for everybody: don't be emotional and don't be stupid. What I noticed in the last, especially the last 15 days, how stupid the emotion is of those liberals trying to make people cry when there is nobody die, nothing happened. They made the guy a rapist when there's no proof of that. He became a convicted criminal without a court, without even anything. They ask for this number 7 investigation, and okay, now we have 7. They will ask for number 8, and then we do number 8, and then they will ask for number 9. The point is, we should not allow him to be in the Supreme Court. They have mental issues. I'm truly convinced that the second you became, you see, like when somebody he convert to Islam, I ask myself, why a person he live in the West who have the advantage of computer, internet, he can search and he can learn, why he convert to Islam? Obviously, you have a mental issue. Because how in the world a human being in the year 2018 or 17 or 16 or etc. he can believe that there is a God, he will give me endless penis and a lot of women to have sex with in the heaven, unless you have a mental illness. You know what I mean? How I can convince myself in the year 2018 that there's a religion, if I convert to it, this God, he will make a plastic surgery for my penis and he will increase the size of it to the point it's going to become endless. And this God, his name is Allah, and I should worship him. You must be stupid. There's a God who his name is Allah. If you convert to his religion, pray for him 5 times a day, you hate your neighbor, you hate your mother, you hate anyone is not a Muslim. If you do that, he will give you women. Each time you have sex with them, he will make their vagina virgin again. I mean, you have to be stupid to believe in this garbage. Literally, you have to be stupid. You see, I do not need to debate with a Muslim for 10 hours to prove Islam to be stupid. The idea of the virgins and the penises and the vagina itself is a proof that Islam is nothing but a lie. It's stupid. It's a horny religion, sexual religion. When a prophet he say that the man in the heaven he will have an orgasm of 70 years. So I go to visit Shabir Ali in his bedroom in the heaven. I knock at the door. Shabir Ali is he's doing having sex. I don't wanna make the sound, you know. And then okay, Shabir Ali is busy. Okay, Shabir Ali, I got you. You are having orgasm. So I come back after 6 years. I come back after 6 years. I knock at the door of Shabir Ali. Oh, Shabir Ali still having orgasm. Okay, I will come back after 13 years. I mean, maybe 13 years will be enough. I came back after 13 years. Shabir Ali still having orgasm. I knock at the door. Shabir Ali making the same voice. Okay, let me come back after 50 years. 50 years is still Shabir Ali having orgasm. All right. I mean, what I would do? I'm going to die soon. I'm getting old. I don't think I'm going to live forever. So I come back after like 10 years. And Shabir Ali is still having orgasm. I mean, orgasm for 70 years. And you want to convince me that you have a God and you have a religion? Do I need really to have a debate to prove that this is a stupid cult? It's a sexual cult. By the way, if you want the reference for what I am saying, you can get my books from Amazon. My last book is all about the sex of Islam. Sex and actually the name of the book is Sex and Allah. You can search it on Amazon.com. Anytime you want to get my books, just type Christian Prince in Amazon.com, Amazon.de, Germany, etc. You know, you will find the list of my books in many languages. But my last book, 2-volume, it's called Sex and Allah, have tons of reference about the garbage of Islam. All of it, it is official, nothing of my own. I am just presenting to you what this mad religion teach in their books. How many of you get the book? How many of you get the books, Sex and Allah? If you have the books, please don't forget to make a review. And by the way, in Amazon, when you make a review, you can post the review under any name you wish. Like, you know, you can call yourself Amazon customer. Before you post, it show you review. You can change your name. You can make it shish kebab, whatever you want. So you can change the name of the person who is posting the review as you wish, you know, so nobody will know your name. So don't forget, please, if you get my books, to make a review and be honest if you like them or not, you know. Very stupid, very crazy. Sometimes me myself, when I read them, I don't believe them. I mean, this is really crazy, you know. Like you enter a river when you enter paradise. What is the first thing we have in paradise? Anyone remember? I mean, just to show you how amazing. I don't know why you can get my friend. Go to Amazon. You can get it. You can get it. They will ship it to you. What the first thing you want to enter heaven in Islam, you have to drink from two kind of water. The first one, anyone remember what the first one would do? Two spring of water. What those water would do? Who remember? This is how convincing Islam is. No, it's not about the wine. No. One water will make you young as Jesus in the age of 33, and will make you tall as Adam, which is 90 cubit. The second water will make you white like snow, because no black is allowed to enter the heaven of Allah. This is how disgusting. So before you enter the heaven, Allah will change your nature by making you drink from the fountain of youth. The fountain of youth. Well, you want the hadith? You said you have my book. Don't you have my books? If you have my books, you will not need it. I mean, it's there. The fountain of youth is part of the stupidity and the teaching of Muhammad, which is nothing but a legend. You know, actually, in the movie, it's called The Caribbean. Let me try to find the hadith here. Hold on, about the fountain of youth. All right. I mean, I'm sure many of you will convert to Islam right away after you read about the fountain of youth. Where is this one? Here, where Musa's he kicked the ass of the angel. Yeah, here the story where Musa's he kicked the ass of the angel and he broke his wing, and he took his eyesight off. His eye came out, and then the angel he went back to Allah, and Allah he restored his eye in the proper place. But anyway, this is not the hadith we are looking for. You know, this Musa's he played karate. I mean, he's a Jew. What do you expect? An angel of death is coming to a Jew to trying to take his life. I mean, can you do that to the Jew? No, you cannot do that. So the Jew guy, Musa's, he kicked the ass. He played karate. Musa's, you know, kung fu. Ching pong, hee haw. Bing, the eye of the angel is coming out. And then the angel he came back to Allah and he said to him, Allah, he said, what's wrong with you, angel? What happened? What happened to your eye? Why your eye is out? Your eye, what happened to your eye? Your eye is coming down with a rasur. This Musa's, you send me to Musa's, he kicked my ass. Anyway, this is not the hadith we are looking for. It's kind of funny, but it's convincing, by the way. I'm trying to find. Here we go. All right. The fountain of youth. And you know, you might think you are watching the Caribbean, the part of the Caribbean movie. You know, it's not. I mean, Muhammad. And by the way, this is coming from old legends, which is spread in the Babylon and Assyrian land and in Persia, about Gilgamesh, you know Gilgamesh, if you know the story. And there is like this guy, he wanted to find a youth, the fountain of youth, where he can live forever. All right. Now here you see where Musa is advised by Allah to carry a fish which is dead, put it in the basket, and supposedly this fish, when touch the water, the fountain of youth, they will know that this is the place they are looking for. But let us see. Hmm. Where is the story? You see here. Yeah, it's here. It should be here. And I'm trying to find. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. And at the rock, there was a water spring called Al Hayat. What is the name of the spring? Al Hayat. You know what Hayat mean? The spring of life, the fountain of life. Whoever drink from it or even touch it, read, and none come in touch with it, its water, but become alive. Do you see it? Welcome to Islam, my friend. I mean, you see, Islam is very convincing. Don't tell me Islam is not convincing. So there is a water, just by touching the water, you will be alive. Actually, I will tell you this story, true story. I was dead. Yes, I was dead. And then I was a zombie. zombie. And then one day I went and I found the fountain, you know, and then I touched the water, and then I became alive. And welcome to Islam. And you know, the Muhammad want to explain in his fairy tale how the fish of Moses come back to life. I mean, he took a fish with him. Allah told him to take a fish with you. Okay. And when the fish moved from the basket, you will know that this is where Al-Khudr is located. Al-Khudr is the prophet of Allah who is going to teach Moses. Even the name of Al-Khudr, do you remember, guys, what Al-Khudr mean? Do you remember what the word Al-Khudr mean? Who remember? What Al-Khudr? Al-Khudr. Remember the story here, all of it is about Al-Khudr. The green. Okay, why he is called the green? You know, look in the front of you and you will know why. Why he is called the green? Why they call him a green, Prophet Green? This is not his last name. His name is a green because he lived where the water of fountain of life and he touched it. So this guy, wherever he go, even if he sit in the grass which is dry and dead, the second he touch it, the grass will become a green. That's it. Anything he touch will become a green or youth or come back to life. So they called him Al-Khadr, which is coming from an old legend about this guy. This guy, he have a different name in the Aramaic language, close to green, and Muhammad is taking the story from there. Actually, the reason there's an island is called the Greenland because Al-Khadr he changed his airplane there. He stopped there for 5 minutes. I mean, isn't it Islam convincing for you? Do I need to give you more proof that Islam is coming from God? It's obvious. Hmm? I'm sure many women now they will try to touch Mr. Green or to touch this fountain. Hey, what if who wanna buy some water from me, from the ladies? Who wanna get young again? Go on. I mean, the story is amazing. Actually, if you read the whole story, here is the most funny, stupid story ever. And how a human being he can believe in such a garbage. And you know, and this is why, by the way, Muslims they hate, they don't like to debate me, because a Muslim when he speak to me, he cannot, he don't know what he's going to expect. This is the problem. You see, when you debate someone, he have a limited knowledge in Islam. You know exactly what he will talk about. A few things he knew, and that's it. He will repeat them. But when he talked to me, it doesn't matter where he go. I'm going to squeeze him, and I will make him sorry. And all of you are witness for that. It doesn't matter really what they want to talk about. Talk about anything, anything. Just call me. It doesn't matter. Wherever you go, I will go with you. Islam is a joke. And tomorrow, actually, we have a live broadcast. Actually, I wasn't scheduling to do broadcast today, but I said to myself, I was working in my roof. I'm unbelievable, this roof. I thought it's a small project. I opened the, you know, like the roof, and then I found there is some many damaged wood, and big project became. And the poor me, I have to fix it all by myself. So this is why I wasn't planning really to do today any, but the rain started, and then I have to stop. I mean, what I can do. The green is the, it's not about the Arab, my friend. Listen, when you are a person who live in a desert, green is your favorite. When you are a person who live in Alaska, desert is a very beautiful for you. You know what I mean? Are you getting the point? Uh, for us, Middle Eastern, we have a lot of sun. So sun is not really a good thing for us. We don't go out in the sun. You go in different countries, they pay money to go in the sun. They pay money to change the color of their skin. In the Middle East, everybody want to get whiter. I'm serious. Women who is getting little tan in her skin, nobody will marry her. Everybody want to marry a white woman. You can ask any Arab guy. I'm not making things up. If they want to speak about a woman you should marry, right away they will say to you she's very white, which means like, yeah, yummy. So this is why if you go in the Quran, this is why the Quran exposed itself the mentality of an Arab man. This is not God talking. What the Quran promise? أبيض وجوه وتسود وجوه. What does that mean? The Muslim in the translation, they try to fool you and they say to you, in that day Allah will make faces black and white, and they say, look at the translation, chapter 3 verse 106. Okay. On the day when some faces will be light up white, doesn't say light up, it says will be white, and some faces will be black. As simple as that. Okay, what we just mentioned to you that when you go to heaven, there's two fountain of water. One will make you white, literally, and you can go and read the interpretation like Ibn Kathir. You will see that this is what it says. And actually, if you go to the chapter of where it's speaking a Jassasa, which is a beast, will come down. This is Jassasa. Is going to come from the ground and is going to come with the stick of Moses and the ring of Solomon. Let us see where we can find. When the beast will come, is going to, in chapter 27 verse number 82, this beast will come from the ground and is going to have the stick of Moses and is going to have the staff, sorry, the staff of Moses and the ring of Solomon. You can go right now to Ibn Kathir and you can read it. So this beast is going to hit you with your face by the ring of Solomon. Some story says if when you hit you by the ring, you will turn black, and when you hit you by the staff of Moses, you will turn white. Some they say the opposite. Doesn't matter. So this beast will come from the ground, and he is going to make you either white or black based on your religion. So if you are a Christian prince like me, you will turn to be black. If you are a person who is like Osama bin Laden, Allah will make you white like snow. All right. And you can go, if we go to tafsir, you see, we never say things without proof. I mean, everything I say, always we get a proof for it. And this is why what we do is very important, because we don't make speeches, we prove what we say. When you have knowledge, my friend, your knowledge speak for itself, right? You do not need a degree to show knowledge talk. So this is the beast. This is the beast which will emerge at the end of the time, when mankind has become corrupt and neglected the command of Allah and they change true religion. Okay. And then you can read the rest of here, but then you will see more details. Here we go. And the beast will emerge from the earth, and with it will be the staff of Musa and the ring of Solomon. The Muslim believe that Allah, he gave Sulaiman a ring, the same as the one you saw in the ring of the movie, what is it called? The Lord of the Ring? The Lord of the Ring, right? Here we go, it's there, the same ring, fighting over it. And this ring, the second you wear it, you can control the whole world. The genies, the demon, there's no demon actually in Islam, a genie, a genies, a shaitan, all power, even nature, even weather, you can control everything. Even the fish, you can make them dance for you. And actually, I used to have a ring like this, but I lost it. I was cleaning the sink, the disposal machine. True story. So here, this beast will come, and he will have two power, not only one. The power of Sulaiman ring and the power of Musa's staff. You see, the Muslim, they believe in the magic. The staff of Musa's in the Bible is mentioned that his magic overcome their magic, but this is how they saw it. Otherwise, Musa did not do a magic; it was a miracle. So the Muslim believe in that story as as Musa was a magician. He do magic. He have a magical stick. So this beast, he will come with the magical stick of Musa's, and he will come with the ring of Sulaiman. And then it will strike, the beast will strike the nose of the disbeliever. And this is why, actually, by the way, in the judgment day, I'm going to cut my nose. This way, this beast, he will be like, what? This guy have no nose. Like, what? Where I'm going to hit him? He don't have a nose. You know what I mean? So he will strike your nose, but if you don't have a nose, what he can do? Nothing. Okay. So he will strike your nose, this believer like me, with the staff. You see here, the story is saying the staff. And it will make his face of the believer bright with the ring. All right. Then if you go down, you will see here the story, more details about description of the beast. It was also recorded, Ibn Mujahid, etc. Jurais reported, describe the beast. He said, its head like the head of a bull, its eyes like the eyes of a pig, its ears like the ears of an elephant, its horn like the horn of a stag, its neck like the neck of an ostrich, its chest like a chest of a lion, its color like the color of a tiger, its hunches as like the hunches of a cat, its tail like the tail of a ram. I mean, shish kebab. Forget. Now, if you go down here, you will see it's giving us more details about the color. There will be, after it's going to hit you with the staff, and you turn black. It says here, there will be no believer left without making a white spot in his face, which will spread until his face is shining white. Which means the showing of your body, all of you will become white. So all the believers, after they hit you with the ring of Solomon, as a Muslim, you will become white, totally white, even if you are coming from Africa. Then, as a result, and then will be no disbeliever left without making a black spot in his face, which will appear a spread until his face is black as a result. So all of us, we will become black. And finally, I got my dream to come true. I will become a black and girls will like me. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, Allah. Thank you. Finally, I will find a girlfriend. Unbelievable. What a stupid religion. Oh boy. I mean, do I need to debate Islam to prove to you Islam is stupid? I mean, you have to be stupid donkey to believe in this garbage. You have to be officially a donkey, or in the best scenario, educated mule. Who in the world can believe in this garbage? How you can believe in this garbage? I'm saying, I'm serious. You have to be really mentally ill to believe in this garbage. And that's why I say, you know, those liberals who they stand side by side with those who believe in this garbage, believe in killing, terrorism, beating women, etc. You have to be mentally ill. And then we find a Muslim woman is teaching the liberals how to march against Trump. Sick and stupid. Anyway, guys, it's getting late here. It is 11:20 p.m. in my time. So it's time for me to go. I want to say thank you for being here. Tomorrow we will be together again. And the topic is going to be about the secrets of Islam. And all of it is here in my head, not in the library, you know, in my head. So be with us tomorrow. All right. Join us. Invite your friends. Subscribe. Tell them about what we do. And don't forget, please, you can subscribe to my page in Patreon, because this is where I announce that I'm going to be. Facebook, right now I cannot post. I have 2 Facebook pages, and today Facebook, they give me a warning. I'm blocked. That's why I say to you, it's good if you subscribe in minds.com. My address in Minds, you will see it on screen. Let me put it for you. Minds.com and patreon.com. So in case, you know, something happened, you will be able to, because you might lose even your YouTube anytime. You never know. I mean, each time I have like 15, 20,000 subscriber, I lose the page. It's normal. I mean, I will not be even upset. Who cares? It doesn't matter where I go. People still, they will come and listen, and they will find me. The devil, he try always to make you disappointed and to make you feel down. That's not my case. Actually, the more the devil fight me, the more I am excited to fight back. So it will never happen, not with me. I'm not the person who will change because the weather change. Today is sunny, tomorrow it's not. That is not the case. You know, we have a confidence about what we do. I am a believer, and if the Lord with me, who could be against me? And I am very grateful for the Lord to give me the opportunity to know what I know and to be able to share what I am sharing. You see, one day when I decide to do what I am doing right now, I wasn't I mean, it did not make me hesitate to do what I'm doing because my English is not really good enough. Like now is a lot better than before for sure, but it was really horrible. Still, I did not even care. The Lord, He will help me to make my message reach out to people, and people will come and they will listen. And sometimes you say to yourself, what a person can do, what one man can do. You are wrong, my friend. If you see how many people listen to me from around the world, from Indonesia especially, second country listen to me from abroad, out of America, is Indonesia, the biggest Islamic country in the world. So, and they love really what I do. You know, I receive phone calls from Nigeria, from everywhere. So you might think you are not doing much, but you can change a lot. People learn, and then instead of having one Christian prince, we will have many, and maybe even better. Share the truth and be confident that somebody is going to learn. I don't care really if there's 200 people listening to me, or even there's 5 or even 10. And even if there's nobody, still I will do the broadcast. It's going to be in the internet. One day somebody will stop by. It doesn't matter. You do what you need to do. You don't say nobody is going to listen. That is not what Jesus did. Jesus in his time, he have only 12, not 12,000. So I can say I'm a lot more lucky. You know, there's a lot more than he got to listen to. I can speak to people who around the earth. So why I want to give up, and why I want to say I'm not doing good? Thanks God, we are doing great. A lot of Muslims leaving Islam, a lot of Muslims learning things they never heard before. Muslims are victims and they need our help. Same as the Christians too, they are victims too, because many Christians, they are naive. They've been taught wrong information about Islam. As an example, you go to church and they say to you Muhammad is from Ishmael. That's false. That's absolutely false. You go to church, somebody will say to you that the God of the Muslim is the same as the God of Abraham. They are lying to you. They are fooling you. That's not true. If a cult uses the same names you believe in, doesn't mean he is the same religion or the same belief. That's very dangerous. Don't be a foolish person, and don't let them drive you like a toy with remote control. We share nothing with the Muslims. The Muslims, they believe in the Virgin Mary, so what? I mean, that's Muhammad. He used the name Mary because he needed the name. He used the name of Isa because he needed the name. He used the name of Musa because he needed the name. It's not the opposite. It's not because he believed in them. It's because he needed them. You see, when you are a scam, in order to scam somebody, you have to make him trust you. Do we agree? We have to establish a trust. Otherwise, this guy, he will not give me his bank account. He will not open his door for me. Correct? He will not open my email. So in order to hack his computer, in order to scam him, in order to take his credit card, in order to get inside his house, I have to make him to believe like I am the cable guy. So I come to you wearing a uniform. So you trust the uniform. Muhammad, he knew that very well. He knew in order to scam you, he have to provide you some good names which you trust. So I will use the name of Jesus because those Christians believe in Jesus. And I will use the name of Moses because those Jews who they are next door to me, they believe in Moses. I will use the names they use so they can trust me, consider me. If I came to them with different names, they will not listen. When somebody want to put poison for you, he will not put it in the bathroom. He will put it in the best dish you eat. Are you getting my point? So don't fool yourself and say, well, if Muhammad is from the devil, how come he says Mary is virgin? The devil is so smart, my friend. It's the same as a child molester who work as a priest. That is the devil. Imagine he is a child molester. Why he chose the job of a priest? You know what I'm saying? Why in the world somebody is a child molester, he want to work as a priest? For he is the devil. He want your trust, so you will send his child to him, and then he will molest your child, and then you will lose your faith. You and your child, you will hate the church, you will hate Christ, you will say, what kind of believe is believe? What kind of evil people are those people? He want to hurt Jesus by hurting your child. Be aware, my friend. Don't trust a uniform. Don't trust Christian Prince because his name is a Christian Prince. Maybe he is no prince and no Christian. Maybe. He said, from their fruits you shall know them, not from their names. In order to know what is right for you, judge the fruits. The Messiah is the source of wisdom, and man speak foolishness. Man is corrupt. You see, they say that women are emotional, and I love, yes, women are emotional, but who said men are not? A woman with short skirt will make 10 men go dizzy in a second. So they say women, she is not qualified to be something, but yet men who lose their mind for a short skirt and nice legs are qualified. The mind of a human being is easy to corrupt. Am I saying something not true? Guys, am I saying something not right? Isn't this is the fact? It's the fact. They say, like Islam teach always that women are stupid, women are half a brain. We don't want to do the same. And even there's many, they believe in the same thing, but they are not Muslims. But the fact is the man who's half a brain. Let a beautiful woman wearing short skirt and she have nice body walk between a bunch of guys, and you will see they start hitting the floor, hitting the driving will go wrong. The one who's sitting in the Starbucks, he will start looking upside down. What happened? It's just a woman walk by. Is it her fault? No. Man, don't trust a man and don't trust a woman. For all of us, we are sinners, and we can be corrupt in a second. Always, there's one name will never make you disappointed. That is the name of the Messiah. Don't ever trust a man or a woman. I'm not saying don't trust your friends. But the trust here have to be limited. You know what I mean? We have a trust, but have to be limited. I don't trust a man on my salvation. I don't trust a man in what is right and what is wrong. I trust the Lord. He is my guidance and he is my wisdom. Otherwise, the Bible even say, listen to them, but don't do what they do, because they say something, they do something. They speak good. All priests, they speak good, but they do the opposite. Not all of them for sure, but I'm saying many. So we don't go by speeches. Many, they speak good, but they are evil. And a person who is naive, he would say, okay, in the Quran it says give it charity. What is charity? Steal money from the poor Christians and giving it to the poor Muslim, that is charity? That's not charity, it's a theft. That's a gang behavior. Or stealing the money from the Christians and giving it to Muhammad so he can have the fifth from every attack. What is the charity? So don't fool yourself by certain words. He said, I would do charity. We have an angry Abdul here. I don't know why he's angry, but anyway, take it easy, my friend. Relax. Some camel urine, you will be fine. But don't forget to brush your teeth before you drink the camel urine, because according to the scientific discovery of a Japanese scientist, his name Yama, I do drink camel urine. Yama, he's from Japan. He said if you don't do it in the right way, it might really destroy your kidney. So be sure that you are doing it right. Take it easy. Always think about the fruits. Before you see the tree, try to find the fruits. There's a huge trees have no fruits. And what the benefit of them? Especially if it's a fruit tree. You know, the only benefit then is the wood. And you know where the wood will end? In the fire. So I want to say anyway, I want to say thank you guys for being here, and until we see you tomorrow again. And the video is already there. I mean, the title is already there. Just be there tomorrow. Invite your friends, tell everybody. And until then, we will see. May the Lord bless you. Christ is Lord, and Islam is false. I mean to that, and see you soon again. Bye-bye. Take care.